Yes. Here we go. Muraho. Welcome to ZaNiheza channel. This is Charles Kishi. I am here and I'm live again. And we will be talking about the states of travel in Rwanda. And I will take your question. And in about an hour, I am going to air a surprise. And who knows, maybe I may even welcome one of our amazing viewers to come and talk to us and share. Um, I am here as the founder of ZaNiheza, and therefore any opinion you may hear is entirely mine. I will be talking as uh, the founder of ZaNiheza, so this is just um, a talk from me. The world is changing rapidly. Here we are January 7th, and I am live again. In about an hour, we will be premiering an amazing trailer for our future guests. So please stay tuned for that. Uh, the COVID situation continued to cause ravage around the world. I was reading that here in Vancouver, there are thousands of restaurants that have closed. And yes, for those who don't know, I am now back in Vancouver for the time being. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. October and up until December, Rwanda had a curfew that was ending at 10. Now, in December, towards the end of December, the situation changed rapidly, and right after the holidays, the curfew was moved down to 8 p.m. with clear instructions that restaurants are to be closed by 6, all the restaurants. So it's very interesting when the announcement came and some people were stranded. There are some also restrictions moving from district to district. And I say that so that if you're a traveler going to Rwanda, you know what to expect. Now, travel and the tourism will continue. We will still definitely welcome you if you are in Rwanda. That's gonna continue. That's not gonna stop. Because Rwanda is open, and wholeheartedly, I would invite you if you have plans to keep those plans. Since this COVID situation is really um, we don't see the end. I mean, we have the vaccinations, and that's good news. That's good news. I hope we all get vaccinated so we can get back to traveling again. At ZaNiheza, I am very happy to tell you that we just finished working on this amazing package. We are calling it Jet to Rwanda, and the idea is you are more than welcome if you are flying in a commercial flight. However, if you are flying by your own private jet, I thought, well, why not entice those travelers as well? Since under COVID, um, that could be one way to go. If you have any comments and feedback, I just came up when it was a bit late, so I don't know who is up unless you are in my part of the world. But I believe in Rwanda and in Europe, it's now fairly late. Experiences of travel or tourism has been really hit during this pandemic if you look at the numbers. Interesting enough, though, it is happening in Rwanda. We saw travelers who came from Israel. That was totally unexpected. I believe we need to exercise cautions and follow the regulations. some of which are a COVID test, which is now required when you're traveling within Rwanda. It has always been required when you went to the parks. And now, from what I read, I think when you travel from a district to district, that may be a requirement. However, we need to read more by looking at the communique coming from the Rwandan Development Board. That being said, ZaNiheza, we are in high spirit. In fact, tomorrow, my team that has been on a semi-vacation will be back. So running a business during COVID and also remotely, it's rather interesting. We do it because we have a passion for it. If you have any questions or if you just join me, tell me where you are. Really soon we are going to air a trailer for our guest, Pacific Cusa, and he's a film and music director. We will also have some of his short films on our platform, so thank you, Pacific, for that. And it's all in that spirit to show you Rwanda through our eyes. We're not going to wait. If you're not able to travel, we will do our best to bring Rwanda to you. Now, our recent travelers, the family that we welcome, the Pope family, thank you. I see they had an amazing experience. We took them to Kinunu Base Camp, and that's a coffee plantation. And I would welcome to anyone planning to visit us, to visit Rwanda, to try the Kinunu package, where you can see coffee from how it's grown all the way to how it's catered. It is an amazing experience. With that as well, I am working on a package that will see our travelers see Rwanda from the north to the east. And this is going to be fun because we are going to incorporate our different packages. So I'm thinking 2 weeks. So if you like to tell me what you think, so it's going to be 2 weeks because I'm seeing a lot of interest for traveling to Rwanda, and I would like to have it done as a group, small group, private group, if it's possible. So if you have a group of friends and you are tired of this COVID, this package is for you. So travel should continue, and we definitely need you to travel. Unfortunately, many countries are still in the lockdown, such as in Canada. You can only travel if it's essential. Travel, I believe. I'm not sure if they will stop you if you need to travel outside. Now, should you do that, there are some countries that are open, so I would recommend that you look at the regulations and you know what is expected. And if you have your vaccination, that is good. In Rwanda, definitely you need to have had your COVID test done. This is not the rapid test. And my understanding of it, it's 5 days from your first flight. Okay, 5 days from your first flight. And you need to confirm your booking through the Rwandan Biomedical Center, and you have to look at different hotels because you will be in transit while you wait for your results, which they're quite fast. Something really cool is that in Rwanda you can have your COVID tests done at Rwanda International Airport. If you are looking to invest, I'm really curious how that's happening. I see a lot of interest in investing in Rwanda and people traveling to find land. How much land can we buy in Rwanda? You know, Rwanda is still a very small country. We are only 26,000 square kilometers, so we are not that big. Land is kind of scarce. However, you're more than welcome. I believe there are many investment opportunities in Rwanda that you can find. IT is one of them, real estate, agriculture, and there are many success stories as well. Yeah, what else? I don't know if I'm getting any questions because my platform here is not showing me questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. It's interesting. It is as if I said everything I had to say in a very in rather very quickly. Um, so if you just joined us, welcome, Morao. Welcome to ZaNiheza YouTube channel. It's me, Charles. It looks like, depending on where we are in the world, some of our viewers may still be in bed, or some of our viewers are at work. If you're gonna miss this live, then you know you should hit that bell button so that you are notified the moment I go live. A viewer recommended that I use StreamYard. I've been experimenting different platforms. This is my third one. Different. If you've watched all the lives, so you can tell me which one we should keep. If you just joined, I was talking about the state of travel in Rwanda. There's new measures, and all those measures are meant to keep us safe. We at ZaNiheza, we are going to continue to respect the measures. Safety measures are something we take very seriously. We have a process for our staff that ensures that they are within the guidelines of the COVID. So if you do come and travel with us, we can guarantee you that we put all the measures in place to ensure that you are safe. Rwanda's curfew is now at 8 p.m. It used to be at 10 p.m. Cafe and restaurants have to be closed by 6. So if you're in Rwanda and you've been in these new measures for the past 2 days, please tell me, leave us something in the chat. Tell us how that's going for you. Next, actually, this upcoming Saturday, I am gonna be having a live interview. We've started doing Shuti Day, which means friends for those of you who don't speak Kinyarwanda. Yes, hello, Denise. Can you tell us where you are? Yeah, please keep asking questions here. I'm just talking to myself and I'm looking at the chat, and perhaps this is the time when some of us are leaving for work or are in bed. If you have any questions in relation to the travel to Rwanda, that's my domain. Tell me why you would like to go to Rwanda, what you are looking forward to. let me on that stress that ZaNiheza, we are very unique. We offer authentic experiences. Uh, hello, our yes, I am live. It's my third time. Wow, it's such a pleasure. So here's for you, our viewers. Let's do this. Yeah, from New York City. Let's do this. So tours. Um, tours and experiences. I've done a lot of reading about tours, what it means, and experiences. I would rather give you an experience. Um, so the difference is, to me, if we give you a tour, it's point A to point B. Please go follow us on our Facebook at ZaNiheza and as well as our Instagram. So when I was designing our experiences, which I'm going to touch on one by one, my aim was to ensure that when you travel with us, it leaves you with an experience of a lifetime, and I mean it. You can dream about that specific experience. You can really see, feel, touch. That's what I was trying to aim. So to our viewers, to everyone, when you talk about ZaNiheza, so let's say experiences versus tours. Um, Allow me to do this. Tell me if you can see. I'm gonna try this. Um, I'm gonna share my screen. And all right, so you are looking at our website. Tell me if you see that. I mean, come back to the comments, and you may want to go to our experiences. All right. So tell me if that is working. And if that's working, thank you. I have my son saying it's working. Um, okay, what's this? All right, I just want to take a moment. Let's just do this. Bear with me. Bear with me so that we learn about ZaNiheza. So why not? So I'm going to begin with our VUBA experience. VUBA experience. Now, our experiences are very unique. So VUBA experience means if you, oh, look at that. Oh, look at the food. Look at the food. Bear with me. I'm going to come back and read the comments. Now, VUBA, if you don't speak in Rwanda, it means food. Sorry, it means fast, not food. See, the food is making me think about food. VUBA. So I read that before COVID, we had transit. Rwanda is becoming an international hub. And by the way, they are building $1 billion airport. I'm looking forward to that. So VUBA fast, it's more of the one we can customize for you. So look at that. Ichai na chapati. If you're in Rwanda, you have to try our famous chapati and tea. And ubugari ni sosi. So you need to try our cassava. So ugali, it's made from cassava flour or it's made from corn. I think if you're from West Africa, They have something similar called fufu. We call it ugali, and you eat that with some kind of sauce, which is not soup. Um, so we do a lot of food. However, the idea is if you don't have time, 30 minutes, we are more than happy to show you Rwanda within that time frame. Now look at that. You have these half-day experiences, which can also be translated into full days. So you have Kigali Yacu, you have Kigali Yacu Ultra. So Kigali Yacu, which you can actually see the reviews, and you may be familiar with her if you follow Unapologetic. Oh, more food. I mean, why have an experience and not really enjoy food? And there is a trailer. There is even a full video of it. So we have our inclusions. Here, what we're trying to aim is to give you a unique experience of Kigali. I read in Forbes that most people don't visit really Kigali. So pottery, it's also something cultural. And by doing pottery, we give back to the community because of where we do it. You visit some of the historical sites, such as the parliament. There is actually a movie called The 600. During the genocide against the Tutsis, 600 brave men really hold fort and fought hard to make sure that the genocide ends. 600. That movie has won awards, and please, you can view it. So this is a full day, which can be done in a half day. Look, guys, it's only $100 if you do your half day, but I would definitely recommend a full day so that you can have a full experience. What's the difference between, hey, Puerto Rico, thank you. I hope you subscribe, Diego. I'm checking my comments. So, look, Kigali Ultra, this is like, it's more of the premium version of Kigali experience. So, this, some activities are similar because they are core. The difference is, yeah, you will eat more at a posh restaurant and more of the premium version of Kigali Yachu. Food. Um, and you know the famous family, they tried our Kigali, and please, you can go and watch and leave us a comment. Surahandi. So it means let's get out of Kigali and go and travel outside of Rwanda. So Surahandi will have many versions. So this is our Kinunu base camp. Coffee is our wine. Oh, look at the Thousand Hills. I just get excited each time I look at our packages. So look at those activities you can do. Beach volleyball, beach barbecue, fresh coffee tasting. This is amazing. And a new way, we show you the land of a thousand hills. You can look at the trailer for Kinunu, and we have a full video coming soon. This Surahandi will have many versions. We will take you to Kinunu. We have an amazing one where you get to experience cinema outside. So we take you to a place called Rwamagana. I have a post on the community post. Please look at that one. Look at our multi-day experience. And look at that. This is Umwami. This is more of the pre-colonial, colonial, and post-colonial, the historical. So Umwami, this is coming soon, actually very, 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 very soon. So our experiences, they are very unique. You don't see any location specific, or you don't see any um, um, safaris. You guys, ladies, we will never do the in that sense. It's time that we show you Africa through our eyes. That's what we have said over and over. And while you are at our website, I just want to show you something else here, and then I can take your questions. Bear with me, that's kind of slow. So we are a startup. We do what we do because we love it. There are some challenges. Make sure you visit our blog. Please read our blog. ZaNiheza, we empower the youth, and this section here is written um, by the ambassadors. So during this challenging time, I took it upon me um, to find the high school students. They were home, they had nothing to do. It was very challenging for them, especially in Rwanda. And you can even see here to that scene that this was a program that they started in Rwanda, an amazing program which I partnered with the Ministry of Culture and Youth so that I can be close, so we can do um, we can motivate the youth to stay strong during the lockdown, because it was emotionally tough on all of us. Now you imagine the youngsters. So please go read. The ambassadors wrote the program. This is our ambassador section. I am really passionate in empowering the youth. So these are high school students. They've now gone back to school. I had about um, one in each region, and one of them who was near the one here, she became actually my the assistant, and she did a great job. Um, so read our blog, and this is our team. If you've never visited, Julia was the chief of staff. Joined when she was only 19 years old, and now she's flown. She has been admitted at one of the prestigious university, African Leadership University. I'm very, very proud of her. This is our IT person, Alain Nionema, um, and he's the one who is behind the website. You see, it's all made in Rwanda. We even use telephone Wi-Fi. This is Jane Deborah, in charge of ZaNiheza's operations. I like to say she manages our little resources we have. We are a startup after all. This is another lady, Naomi, who helps um, in the finance on a part-time. Um, we have kind of updated the structure within ZaNiheza, which I can share with you one day. So this is Joseph Leonel. He's from Burkina Faso. So we are not only thinking about Rwanda, we are thinking about brothers and sisters in Africa. So this is Charlene. Oh, we need to update this. She's our curator. And so is Kenny. If you travel with us by through the lake, this is the guy who's going to be taking you on his boat. This is our salesperson, Mabubu. We are all proud of our culture. And this is Leon. And we have other team members that we have not put on this website. Let me come back and see the questions. I don't know. How was that? How was that? Oh, can you put that in full screen? I missed that comment. But did you see something? I don't mind going through it again. But tell me how was that? It was first time I shared my screen. So I talked about our experiences, our team, the ambassadors. I also have a foundation um, through which um, we will be donating a percentage um, to organizations. Really, ZaNiheza is more than just a company that exists to make profit, although that would be nice. Thank you, Tonio. You wanted to go live. We can do it now. I need to give you a link. So there is a foundation, and really, I lost my parents when I was young. My mama was 9 years old, and my dad was 13 years old. So I grew up as an orphan. I raised myself. We can say that. So within me, there is a strong sense um, of yeah. Hey, Rick, welcome of helping and making a difference. Um, Otherwise, um, why am I here? Type of thing. I survived the genocide when I was 16 years old. I think one of our first video I showed you, I do show what where I almost got killed. Um, I survived it. So all that, all those experiences has led me to say, well, what can I do? Um, how can I contribute? And hence, ZaNiheza. So I was just showing you our ZaNiheza experience. Um, yeah, welcome everyone. Yeah, I hope everyone here subscribe. Soon we're gonna premiere. So I have this premiere. Oh my goodness, you're gonna love that premiere. That Pacific Cusa is this amazing director. Okay, you know what? May be able to invite. I think Tony wanted to come because he's traveling to Rwanda. So here's the link. Jump in. Why not? Let's talk about Rwanda. Let's talk about ZaNiheza. About my experience. Which part? Kajani, my life experience. I think I need to make a channel. I need to make a whole channel. I am actually working on a book. Has anyone listened to the song 24? The song that that I wrote 24 years later. Please listen to the song. It's available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Please go and listen. Tell your family, because I'm told the more you stream, the more it looks good. So yeah, if you want to jump in, although in about 20 minutes, that's when I'm going to premiere the live. Can you premiere and be live at the same time? I don't know. Now, Tony, you wanted to talk to me. I put in the link. It's the first time I use this. Now, all I can say about my experience, if that's the question, my life experience is that I don't give up. You survive. I am a survivor, and really, in a true sense, and that really drives me. I see someone, Tonio, and I see, hey, Eric, you are still up. Let me add Eric. Let me add Tonio, and we can have a discussion. Let's try. What's next? Eric, why don't you come and join us? Because you are our Chief Development Officer, so you can come and talk to us as well. Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
You did it, huh?
I see you.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure indeed. So it's Tony, it's Tonio, it's Anthony.
Yeah,
Welcome.
it's Antonio, but I go by Tony. Well, my family calls me Ant because I was small, but I'm bigger than them now. But yeah, it's Tonio. I am so excited to meet you guys next week and to take on the experiences that you guys are going to offer. Thank
Sure.
God for the unapologetic nomads. They're the ones that introduce you guys. Can I say to the world? To the world. So it's going to
Yes.
be. I'm excited. I've never gone or never had the opportunity to be anywhere for 30 days. So I know COVID is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. We people have died. Lost their life, lost things. But for me to be able to travel for 30 days, 35 days, and to stay in such a beautiful country, uh, my gosh, I don't know where to begin. And to stay in such a beautiful, like I said, such a beautiful country and beautiful people, I just cannot wait with no children, mind you that.
Welcome. So
So
to our viewers, you are going to Rwanda. Is that right? You are traveling to Rwanda for the first time.
for the first time, I've been to the continent. I went to the continent last year. That was my first time, but this is the first time going to Rwanda. And I've, like everyone else, we've heard such positive things about the economic growth, overcoming of the genocide, of course. And I am just, I applaud His Excellency in terms of what he's done for the country. I applaud you guys for just picking yourselves up and being how can I say pillars to the world to show people how to forgive and how to move forward. What astronomical job you guys have done, and I'm telling you, I cannot wait. I want to do Lake Kivu. I want to do the lakes. I want to eat. Is it bruschettes? Is it bruschettes? Is it called?
Bullshit.
Yeah.
We got you. We
Oh, yeah.
definitely got you. And I like to say is what I bring to the plate is yes, we have many others company that do what I do. However, the difference
Okay.
is as someone who has lived in America and has traveled, so I bring everything that I know and I look at my country where I grew up and left, and then I returned and I package all of that into something that is beautiful, authentic. And I know most of us want to go see the gorillas. I haven't even seen the gorillas. I still love Rwanda the same. Um, However, we definitely have an amazing experience for you, and we definitely
Okay.
appreciate. It's because travelers like you who can travel that we can stay sustainable. Hopefully, because really running a business, unfortunately for all the businesses, but in the travel, as I said, it's very challenging. It is. My team is ready, and any way we can help you. If you have any questions, you will have a blast. You will definitely have a
Okay.
blast. So you said this is your second time. Where did you go the first time?
I went to South Africa the first time, and I stayed. I think it was about 5 or 6 days in Cape Town, which was absolutely gorgeous. And then I also stayed. I stayed time in Johannesburg for like 4 or 5 days, and just that experience in terms of staying in Johannesburg was absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome.
And anywhere else?
No,
Um,
that is the only country that I stayed in. Well, my first experience on the continent. So, like I said, I am looking forward to coming to Rwanda and possibly in May, June, somewhere around that time. I'm going to come back to Rwanda, and hopefully, I'll be able to purchase land or do something like that. But I'm going to go to Rwanda, Tanzania, go up to Kenya, then we're going to spend some time. I'll be with kids this time, and we're going to depart, leaving out of Dakar. So I got some things in the wrap, but I just wanted to make sure, you know, I'm doing it the right way. They say come and visit first. So I'm going to come and visit. Then the next time I come back, I'm going to go back and track up the other parts.
all right. I mean, my team they are going to be watching this. So let me start by saying by making something right because I know we are also guilty of that. So follow me. The way we pronounce the country's name, it's Rwanda. Did you hear that?
Say,
Rwanda. It's
say,
actually
it,
RW.
it's
Rwanda.
Wanda,
Rwa. Oh,
Iguanda.
Rwanda.
Ah,
No, Rwanda.
Iguanda. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Rwanda.
okay, okay.
And Rwanda comes from actually the definition. Actually, if you look at where the word came from, it means to what is it? To grow, to not grow,
Okay,
to become a big expand, because we are a country of
okay,
warriors. It
okay,
comes from the
okay.
word Kwanda. Sounds like Wakanda, doesn't it? Kwanda, expand.
It does, it does, it does.
So yeah, so more we tend to say Rwanda, and that's fine, but really it's Rwanda. Um,
Iguanda?
Rwanda.
You said Iguanda? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I'll remember that from now.
you
I'll remember
remember.
that. I want to be politically correct.
No, I mean you are definitely on the right path, and I was actually thinking about the situation, the COVID, and really the support we are getting from our brothers and sisters who are traveling to the continent. Really, thank you. We need to see more of you traveling. I mean, Rwanda, we definitely have good health measures. As I was telling you, when you're gonna be required to have your COVID test, and when you land, up they do it again, and then you go to the hotel, and then once you get your results, good to go. Don't forget your mask.
Okay.
You need to wear your mask
I,
everywhere.
I know that's how it's, I know. I got a couple masks, so I'm ready for that too. So
Um,
when is the lockdown? Is it at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock? Or the curfew?
yeah, yes, 8 p.m. and you get used to it. Otherwise, it's at the stadium. You are welcome
Okay.
to stay in the stadium and see how that goes. Experiment that as well.
Okay. Okay.
um,
Okay.
so now I hear the restaurants and the coffee they are closed by 6 p.m. And I
Okay.
think these new regulations are going to be in effect for 15 days, and then they will see how it goes. However, the country is open, and you can certainly get around. I think you'll be doing more than one COVID test, though, two, three. So get ready for that. But I guess as long as we know we are safe. Um, when I
Correct.
was there,
Correct.
um, I actually I felt more safer in a way. I mean, our life was more happening because before you go to any public place, restaurants, and so on, they sanitize you and they check the temperature. So
Okay.
that's very common. I don't see that as much here. So
Well,
yeah,
I can tell you for sure. It sure is not happening over here in America, but we'll leave that alone. That's not happening over here.
and so
You
now
you
you are.
you
Yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, no, go ahead. Sorry, I was reading
No,
the
I was just
comments
saying.
as
I
well.
would say that kind of checking in terms of temperatures and all that. It may happen in maybe gyms, but going into restaurants and washing your hands and all that. That's not happening over here in America. I can promise you that. That's not happening. Not at all. So everybody is asking me like, you're going to to Rwanda during COVID. I'm like, we're here in the epicenter of it. What are you talking about? So yeah, I'm
Yes,
kind of confused why everybody's wondering like why I'm going over to Africa. I'm like, have
I think we had the disconnections there. The history, the history of Rwanda. Which version? I mean, Rwanda, as we know, was a kingdom until 1959 when it became a republic, and up until 1994, and the country was liberated, and here we are. Um, the and we know the sad history of the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994. Um, Now, Eric Benjamin, are you around? Do you want to come live? Can you do that? Is Eric around? Can he come around? Yes, Rick, you definitely make a good comment. And we need to do that. We should do that. We must do that, and even more. Now, Rwanda is a good starting point because of the many efforts um, that we are seeing by the government. It's a good platform, and from there, um, we can also um, have eyes um, to other countries, our neighboring countries. I was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo. There you go, something about me. And I traveled to Kenya So within Central Africa, there is also a big diversity, and now there is one East Africa passport. Isn't that cool? Rwanda. I just obtained my passport, my Rwandan passport, and now it has to be changed. And I was so proud, guys. Look, I was so proud because for many 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 years, yeah, the moment I obtained this passport, I was really happy. Yeah, because when I left Rwanda, I was stateless because I didn't have any prior document because of the former government. So now I need to get an upgrade version of this. I need to get an East Africa passport. Um, but still, now there is more of a lighter blue. I don't see you, Tony. So yeah, Africa is maybe the unity we talk about will happen. I just don't see because the diversity, north of Africa and West Africa, East Africa, and Southern Africa, that will be an interesting mix. Although I see a unity through our minds, I don't think we need to remove the physical border per se. Um, and as long as there is a pride to be of a nation, like me, I say, Rwandan descent, um, and thinking about the continent at the same time. That's more so my philosophy of things. The premiere will be in 11 minutes. I was trying to see if Eric can join. Eric is our Chief Development Officer. Um, and yeah, let's hear back from Tonio or anyone else. All right, welcome back.
I'm not for certain what happened, the internet, but like I said, I thank you again for having me on, and I'm looking forward to meeting your staff, and we'll talk more about the one thing I definitely want to do is I want to experience the coffee trip that you guys have.
Yes, it's our wine. You will be spoiled.
Okay, and what
Um,
region is what region is that in?
region. So you are looking towards the west. It's yes, towards the west. And I was telling you about our new package.
Okay,
Um, that I am working on. It's gonna be ready soon. So what I'm trying to do is do a 2 weeks where we take you from the city center. We take you to show you. So I've taken all the packages we have, and I have done a 2 weeks experience to see the whole to see the country because within our multi days we also have the Kwibohora. So we take you to see the liberation because most of the time people may go and see the genocide memorials. However, I think to go see where everything started as well, the liberation that ended the genocide, that could be a fantastic experience. Did we lose you? Yeah, we lost. Um, now, um, someone is asking me, good companies, good companies. Well, really, it depends. So there are different sectors that the government of Rwanda has said that you can invest in: ICT, agriculture, tourism. Um, I'm forgetting the two. My apologies. I am in tourism myself. And did you know that there is a company called Sadhguru that started in Kigali, and it's now $1 billion industry. So, which companies can you invest in? Now, remember, um, Rwanda is a new country. Recently, they just launched the Kigali Financial Center. I am excited for the next years ahead. So, they are trying to position the country as a financial hub. With that comes financial regulations that are more in line with the standard we know. And perhaps we will see more of global companies or local companies such as ZaNiheza. Maybe you may want to invest in ZaNiheza because there's a vision to grow and to become global. So what I'm trying to get at, the investing piece right now, it's done at the private level. I mean, if you have big monies, then I believe we can look into the proper channel and how you can do that. The Rwandan Development Board is amazing, guys. Um, we call them affectionately RDB. It's you know, let's do this. Um, let's see. Let me take you on another tour. All right. So, the Rwanda Development Board. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna share a screen. Let me know. I'm gonna be informative. Visit Rwanda. Do you guys see this? Um, so, okay, much better. So we see Visit Rwanda here. So what do I want to show you? Is you may want to visit. This is a government official visit Rwanda, and let's look at the investment. And that's the beauty. That's what's really amazing about my country is the information. And they talk about the incentives. Oh, look at that. So Rwanda at glance, opportunities, sectors. So you have tourism, ZaNiheza. Oh, did you know that Volkswagen has a plant in Rwanda? Where are the sectors? There you go. You have it. Education, health services, financial services, agriculture, tourism, real estate, constructions, ICT, mining, infrastructure, manufacturing, energy. So you pick. Depending on your expertise, your passion, and I will be here to guide you. I picked tourism, although I also have ICT. We have I have ICT there as well. Mine is tourism that I picked. Some sectors are growing faster than the others, so that's where I will really start. Real estate is a good one as well. So there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. We can we can certainly work together, and I can see the good thing is tourism is also a good area to invest in. It's a $1 trillion industry worldwide. In Africa, if you need to know, it's not fully explored yet, despite even with the COVID. So, but I did show you the many sectors. I apologize if I went fast, but there's so many sectors. And and you come and you know, you go and you visit. So in the 2 weeks, you can give me, if you have really this serious interest in visiting to Rwanda, send me an email or a DM, because in the 2 weeks in that package, I can also incorporate land visits. I know a few places where you can buy hotels. Actually, wow, I'm doing a lot of things, but the whole idea is to be that bridge as well, knowing the challenges that you may face when you're trying to invest in Rwanda. And I need to be that bridge because I returned after 24 years, and therefore I believe I'm the right person, given my 20-year place in the housing, in the real estate industry, in the finance industry in Canada. I worked for a bank for many years, and now I am in the diaspora, and I am a proud Rwandan. Um, so that's where my expertise comes in. We have a trailer that is gonna air soon, and I am curious to see if that's gonna be happening while we are live. Um, do you have any other questions? Should we conclude this live? It's been an hour. Please, if you're traveling to Rwanda, and as Tonya will be doing, you can travel with us. If you are not, visit our ZaNiheza store and grab a T-shirt, and or a calling cards. So we also have an e-commerce. So um, that too. I mean, yeah, I'm happy to share my expertise, show you support. Grab a T-shirt, buy the Gakondo cards. We bring Rwanda to you. How far is? Oh, oh, you meant. Okay. There's always a context. You mean Rebero to Kabuga? I think that's what you meant. So why those two? Rwanda is not a big country, so it's not that far. I believe that's a distance we can cover in about 30 minutes by car. Or did he mean Chiwagawaga? How many mean Chiwagawaga? You are within Kigali. In fact, I think that's a 10 minutes distance, really. Yes, Chiwagawaga. I thought Kabuga. Chiwagawaga. All right. Is the trailer airing? Can someone tell me, is our live happening? Because we have a premiere that is happening in the background, and so this is a trailer for our upcoming show. On Saturday, I will be interviewing the one and only Pacific Chusa. He's a film and music director. In fact, right after this show, I'm gonna post some of his short movies. I'm gonna do one today and one tomorrow. Um, I'm 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 just proud. Um, yes. So you mean the premiere is happening? Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. Do you have any other questions? It's very interesting. I see we have 10 of you watching. Thank you. If you just join our live, please share, subscribe, comment. We have um, many shows upcoming. Would you like me to tell you about our shows? I don't know if you've watched um, most of our shows. So we have original content that we've put sweat in. Inshuti Day is really meant to our current, future. I like to use the word friends, but it's for those young men and women who are making an impact in Rwanda through business, culture, and so we talk to them. And I recently launched the Diaspora Edition as well, because we have Rwandans in Rwanda and Rwanda outside who are also making an impact. And that's in Shuti Day. Superb Rwanda is for you if you are of non-Rwandan descent and would like to come and talk to us about your experiences in Rwanda. I'm very proud of those two shows. So if you don't know, we have Zani Production. That's what we run our YouTube show under. It's ZaNiheza channel. It's under Zani Production. We are launching a magazine soon as well. And our e-store, Zani store, that is growing slowly but surely. So please buy a t-shirt or 2 or 3. I think that's kind of amazing. We also have Primero, which is our concierge service. And all of that is done so that if you go to Rwanda, it can just be a fantastic travel that will cover everything you need. If you need translation, if you need transport transfer, if you need to look for real houses, then we bring all that knowledge and expertise in one place. How I've traveled, and I know the stress, whether I travel for fun or for business. I know how it feels if, some of us have more of an adventure and you may want to go and figure things out by yourself. But even then, you may need someone to point you in the right direction, especially if you don't speak the language. Do you have any questions? We are now hitting an hour. I never knew how a live hits an hour. I feel like I've been sitting here for only 10 minutes, but I appreciate if you just joined, if you've been with me for the last hour. Please keep the question coming. Rick, did you answer your question? I believe we're trying to clarify the distance for you. What else? I think earlier on I did tell you about the state of travel. Yeah, we need to have the discussions. Yeah, we need support. Running a business during COVID is a challenge. As ZaNiheza, I wrote on my Facebook page that we are not immune. We are not immune to the challenges, the difficulties. Can you imagine running a company for a year and with zero revenue? Wow, 5 most prestigious. It really depends on your flavor. Now, what I know is there is Chibagabaga, which is a new and posh area. Someone can compliment. So Chibagabaga is one. Although Kigali is really beautiful, really. But yeah, so let's say Chibagabaga, you have all beautiful houses there. Kiyovu is one of the oldest neighborhood that has been there for a long time. In fact, our president lives in Kiyovu. Chimihurura, it's where we find expats. See how to pause and think. That makes it 3. Chimihurura, if you are looking. Chibagabaga, Kiyovu. It really again depends on your flavors. So you can. This is a land of 1,000 hills, and they are big houses. The other two, and this is just from my own perspective, by the way. Rebero is definitely upcoming. Yeah, Rebero, yeah. Rebero update the hill, I guess. It's like in Malibu. I mean, I love the entire Rwanda, but Chimihurura, Chibagabaga, Chiyovu is like old posh style. Yeah, I would definitely add Rebero on there as well. Anyone can help. I mean, number 5, where would you be? Some areas. Because what's happening now, people are sort of building outside of the city center. So just go buy housing around. I mean, you'll have a beautiful garden. Even in Kabuga, you're not in the city center, but then you're outside buying land. I know a lot buying land in Rwanda. I do. It becomes vernacular. Um, then you would love Kyovu. You find the land. So, um, Tonya, we should discuss that there is using a realtor, although it's not regulated. So you have to be careful as to going through that route. But most of those transactions can happen privately. It's not really sanctioned. Like we don't have a real estate board. If you're looking for a real estate board or a real estate platform where houses are listed, however, we do have commissionaire, people who sell houses, although then it's more by referral. And the next step is really registering the land. That information is also available actually on the website as to the documents required. But it's not a complicated process. And by the lake, I actually happen to know a beautiful land by the lake. Seriously, if you are looking for land or hotel, or I am the person you can run it by, and we can shall we point you in the right direction. Nyarutarama. Yeah, Nyarutarama. Nyarutarama. Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. Even when you go live in a place called Nyamirambo. Nyamirambo is like an older neighborhood. It has character. It's vibrant, and in fact, I grew up in a neighborhood within Nyamirambo, Mumena. It's it's very vibrant. So, I mean, even in so, I mean, Rwanda is just beautiful. Just go and buy a house. And so myself, when I'm in Rwanda, I like to stay in Gisozi, right? So why I like Gisozi is I stay in a building, for example, which is quite modern, and I'm surrounded by not modern houses, and I love it. I mean, you wake up, you have a beautiful views, guys. I mean, is this when I share screen again? Let me find this picture. You may have seen it on one of my live. Denise, when are you arriving? Are you traveling with ZaNiheza? We should be talking. We need travelers. I mean, I am telling you, every day I go to bed. When I go to bed, because I don't sleep much, I'm always working, and I wake up and I'm not sure if the vision and the passion I have is just gonna be ending because of COVID-19. And I have managed to keep my my creations and his alive for 1 year. And I remember back in February when I went to Rwanda and put everything in place, building my team and we did a sponsorship event. We talked to the corporate clients. They loved the idea of ZaNiheza. They signed up for future referral because they welcome a lot of clients from all over the world. Then March, the pandemic, as you know, got worse, and everything was just, thank you. We just, yeah. And I remember I was sitting down and reflecting, and we were still in a very infancy stage. And the decision was close or continue. It was that simple. Close or continue. And it would have been easier to close because I had not done all this work or invested this much resources. And after COVID, okay. And I said, I thought about the youth, especially. I mean, the youth of ZaNiheza and the potential they have, and especially what ZaNiheza could be. And at the same time, my passion, which is to really to change the narrative of how we travel to Africa, not just safari or the wildlife, come and experience who we are. That's what drives me. And I want to show you Rwanda and Africa through my eyes. And you can see that those who have had an experience with us, and I'm going to comment on that shortly, have truly enjoyed what we have to offer. So I made a decision to continue. And I remember I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he said, why are you continuing? Just close everything and come back again to it after COVID. Now, will I ever regret this decision? I don't think so. However, it's almost a year now. And during the COVID, during the lockdown, we were working from home and we were building. We were writing blogs. We were thinking, and so that's how ZaNiStore was born. I'm a positive person, but every month you go and time is going. My team has grown now, 14 of them. And now here we are. So, Tonio, thank you. If you're still watching, we need more people to travel, that kind of support. It's those are the reality. Now, what happens tomorrow? I can't predict. There is many ways you can support us. Not only we have this e-store, we also have a GoFundMe. It's something I started because crowdfunding, I was doing my research. And people say, why do a crowdfunding and your company? I researched it. And tech companies have an ability to raise money through so many channels. They have a viable product and they present it, and there are many crowdfunding sites. In the travel industry, we face another animal. So what I came up with was, all right, here's the idea. If you give us an X amount of money, it's not a donation, by the way. We can give you something in return, a T-shirt, postcards signed by me, or even you can prepay towards your trip. So there you go. You should go and check out our GoFundMe. That was the only place I could put the plan for the crowdfunding, because really my research was indicative that you have to be creative, and I did so at the beginning of COVID, and we've received some great support through that channel. And it was also an idea to lay down my plan. So if you don't know what does ZaNiheza do or has done, although now you can see a lot of videos, yeah, that's one way. Or if you want to spare a cup of coffee, let me know if you need our link. I don't think COVID will be done by June. June, Rwanda is supposed to host the Commonwealth. I really doubt it's gonna be gone. Um, because for one, I believe that by now things will be slightly back to normal, and here we are. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, look, any country will have their own bad apples. Okay. When I went to Rwanda myself, I was a victim of a fraud type of situation. Bad apples will happens. Um, it's not the government; it's the people. So yes, yes, I am aware. I am aware, and beware. Um, however, I am here, and any way we can assist. I think the forgery um, happens now. Here's a real talk. Here's a real talk, and just don't take this as what it's not. Um, Land is scarce in Rwanda, if I'm saying that. And there could be in prior situation where, because always remember the history, we had a very sad moment in history. And so a typical scenario is um, a land that has a succession. Actually, that's one of the situation. For me, I went there to solve the land issue. Ta-da! My parents' land. That's why I went to Rwanda because my family, yeah, I'm gonna say it. My relatives sat comfortably. Ooh, we have a super chat. This is when I do a dance. Wow, our first one, Mama Yangu. So yeah, I went to Rwanda to solve the land situation because my relatives sat comfortably in those land for many years. I left when I was 16. My dad died when I was 13 years old, and I decided to focus on building my life. Oh, thank you, Kanyoni. I'm that goes towards transportation. So thank you, Murakoze. Whew. Yeah. So 35 years. What was rightfully mine, someone else was sitting in it. I mean, ours, because I have my siblings, and I went to fight a battle. Imagine going back and saying this land belongs to us, and because um, I wasn't there after the genocide, I have nothing. Um, yeah, to prove that this land belonged to my dad, and he's way gone. Um, so I am familiar with land issue. Oh my God, am I ever familiar with that? So yeah, beware. And something else happens after that. When someone was supposed to take care of some situation for me, and he was forging documents. So yes, beware. This is not to talk bad of my loved country, but beware. And that's another reason why I would like to bring myself forward and be that bridge, be that um, expert in this, because I was definitely um, shocked. And guys, you know what? I tend to be shy, but here's the thing. I really don't know. This is a super chat I am figuring out. But I'm gonna show you this, especially if I go into Rwanda. That's I'm gonna show you. It's been there. I'll leave it there. So, but Tony, that being said, um, uh, Rwanda has, here's a cool thing. So in America, you have FBI. Rwanda has RIB. It's our version of FBI. Isn't that cool? So they definitely do a great job in ensuring that anyone who has committed a fraud crime, in fact, forging a document in Rwanda takes you straight to jail. There is no if or buts. Forging a document or issuing a check with no funds. But the laws in Rwanda are pretty um, well in place. So as much as we hear those stories, know that you are protected as well, right? So that we it is there. I really would like you to. Anyone want to join me here? Should I go on? Know this. It's not, if you have not been to Rwanda, or even if you've been, two things. It's not what you think, and it's not what you expect. Let me explain. It's not what you think. Look, it's not backwards. It's um it's not the third world. No, you will actually be amazed. Um, um, and it's not what you expect, as in, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be mugged, or no, no. Um, which description? Oh, yeah, yes. I mean, it's there. Lose any money? See, it's not what you expect. It's not what you expect. Um, any country you go to, there could be. I mean, that guy, Maddox, is it? Who stole billions of dollars, right? Right there in New York. So look, don't just be a canvas. We need to be aware as when we traveled. Um, so the transparency of things is there, and I'm here to serve as that bridge. I would definitely put myself forward for any service you receive from me, for any advice you receive from me. Yes, I will definitely make sure that the referral you get are approved, because I went back to Rwanda after 24 years. I do not want to see any of you get in a situation where, well, to the best I can help, um, where you are taken advantage of in a way. However, we are each adults, and hopefully we have our own logic of things. Just don't think that when you go to Africa, or in this case, I can speak to Rwanda, I cannot speak about another country. Um, hmm, Let me tell you what happened. I went to a cafe in Rwanda, and oh yes, have your coins. If you go to a public place, mall, you go use the washroom, you need to pay a coin. It's not much, it's like a cent. But yeah, I came from America, and I go use the washroom, and I don't even notice the attendant. And I came out, and they look at me. I'm like, what? And I'm like, what? I need to pay to use the washroom? Come on, I'm from Canada. We don't do that, right? um, the security is amazing. So you will see the police here and there. They are there just to keep us safe. So don't feel intimidated, and pay a close attention at the police officer. They are all young and all handsome and very disciplined. So you will see that. And this is because in East Africa, years, remember they had the bombings, and I think they've had to ante the security within the country, so you are safe. So yeah, so back to the cafe situation. Um, my goodness, I think I'm enjoying these lives. If you don't want to join me, I mean, feel free. So I um, I had some belongings that I left somewhere, and I forgot about them, and I left, and and yeah, and I think the following day I went back and they still had them. I left them. They found them, and yeah, and they found them. Denise, where in Rwanda? No, no, it's not a tip. You definitely have to leave. It's not a tip. You pay. That I know for a fact. It's not much. It's just some cents. Um, so that is interesting. Even I, who's of Rwandan descent, sometimes I am culturally lost, or there's like a culture shock, let's say. Not culturally, but there's always these um, no-nos that I need to remember. One is eye contact, you see. So, the eye contact is not something that that my fellow Rwandans do. In our culture, by respect, we look down. We don't look someone as we do like that. So don't think much of it. Oh no, no, I said about Rwanda for the tips, eye contact, and it's very interesting because I went to a business meeting, and this person was talking to me about their process and stuff, and you see, I was looking for those eye contacts, so I was doing like this eye, and like, look at me, and the person will look down and talk to me. um, so that was an amazing experience. So you may see that as well. Getting a haircut in Rwanda, going to the barber, not sure about the ladies, but going to the barber is an amazing experience, and it's so cheap. Here, I pay about what, $30 Canadian, 25 USD, let's say. I don't know how much you pay in the United States. In Rwanda, for about $1, not only they give you they shave your head, and in this case the beard, they also give you a neck massage, they wash your head. I should actually incorporate that in the package. It's quite an experience. So when I go to the barber, I usually show up in the morning at 7 maybe, because they take their time. And for me, and I'm like, time. So they tend to really give you this service. Um, I mean, I'm speaking from a Canadian perspective. I don't know how it happens in the United States, but here there's no washing hair. It's just choo and done. So cultural differences. There's some I tend to struggle with, even when I run um, ZaNiheza. I think you will find by far and large Rwandans. Again, it depends because there is now many of us who grew up abroad, but they are shy, really shy, like honestly shy. So the reactions may not what you expect. The one that they talk about is the stare, you know, and I mean like this is not when you talk; it's a just stare. Um, and I speak Kinyarwanda, so sometimes I can hear what they are saying. They may talk about you, but it's not negative. It's not talking about you in the way you will think. It's just they just like to talk about you. They see something funny about you. They may say it. Um, um, so that's for Rwandan who has lived abroad and now is back. I always see all these interesting differences. Um, Staring another level. Yeah, yeah, it's like just suck that in. So for us, we think, oh, yeah, it's not being judgmental. And if you are light, they may call you umuzungu, means light, white. Some of them, it's not everybody, but the regular folks. And so don't take that personally, please. Yeah, don't take that personally, because remember, they don't understand. Those who are uneducated, they don't understand the history. They have not read to know about the history of the African Americans. So don't, if they call you Muzungu, which means white person, mostly it's gonna be um, um, those individuals who have not, who don't know the history. So be cognizant of that. Don't take it personal. Okay, actually laugh. You know, what will be funny to talk about? Honestly, what if you see someone you like? You can look at him in the eyes. Well, Denise, I should send you some Kinyarwanda songs. You will get the understanding what happens. No, for a lady especially. If you see someone you like, if you stare them in the eyes, you mean, I don't know the context, but you know, if you do the shy, that may work more. Try that more. You know, try to just, you will see, just look here and there, and um, you get my drift. That's how you may win their heart if that's your intention. Um, what will be funny? That's interesting. You know, my team sometimes I have a meeting and I think it will be seeing me talking to my team, and sometimes I think very, I mean, give or take, we are here in the West, and I may tell them a joke that I think it's funny, um, and they look at me like blank stare. I'm like, guys, that was a joke. Definitely the dark humor will not work. Um, yeah, that's a very good question. What will be fun to talk about? I will have to pair you up with my team, and you can you can see what will be funny. So I think when you meet my team, that will be interesting, to get their perspective. Um, an hour and 30 minutes. If you have any questions, ask me, and now I will. You will enjoy the mornings in Rwanda. Um, so, as a recap, Rwanda is open for traveling. Um, it has received the world stamp. It has, as the safest destination. United Nations World Stamp of Travel. They have it. They have good regulations, um, health regulations. Your temperature will be checked when you go to the department store. Before when you land, there will be the COVID test that you have to do. You bring one, do another COVID test. That's in place. If you travel with ZaNiheza, we have regulations for the staff as well. So they are all We are cognizant of that. The rest um, is how do we move past this um, uh, within ZaNiheza, and we are working hard every day. And I would like to thank each and every one of you for your support. Please keep supporting us. Um, and I think I will end here. If you have any more questions, send me an email. Thank you, and good night.